You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm?
We have the world's great military people in this room. I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Give us a hint of your answers.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
There you are, Mr. Netanyahu! Just who do you think you are? Killing thousands and flattening neighborhoods, then wrapping yourself in Judaism like it's some shield from criticism. You're making life for Jews miserable and life for American Jews impossible. Oh, don't you roll your eyes at me, mister. You know what you're doing, and you're doing it on purpose. Well, now you can just sit in that chair, because I'm not going anywhere, Buster. I've been to every PTA meeting, every school board meeting, and I can go all day.
But did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you said?
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. Nope, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this
Yeah,
directly?
but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay? Yes,
We look at where we are now. Over the last several weeks, we've declassified and released documents that exposed how President Obama and leaders in the intelligence community knowingly manufactured a false intelligence document after the 2016 election was done, after the American people said, no, we want Donald Trump to go and be our commander-in-chief, not Hillary Clinton. And this manufactured document alleged that Russia aspired to help President Trump win the election with the aim of undermining his presidency and usurping the will and the voices of the American people who sent Trump to the White House.
absolutely cold. Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016, but going up all the way going up to 2020 in the election. They tried to rig the election, and they got caught. And there should be very severe consequences for that. You know, when we caught Hillary Clinton, I said, you know what? Let's not go too far here. It's the ex-wife of a president, and I thought it was sort of terrible. And I let her off the hook, and I'm very happy I did. But it's time to start, after what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, you know, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking about. I know nothing about the other, but I think it's appropriate that they do go.
May I ask you about that, Mr. President? Tulsi Gabbard has submitted a criminal referral to the Department of Justice. From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here, this was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up that came out of the vaults. They were in there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It was.
Guys, I don't know if you are aware of it, but this world is going through the greatest deliverance and transformation in all of history. President Trump just wiped the floor with the United Nations. We have to understand, dear people, what this means. The United Nations is the organization of the satanic cabal, of the Zionists, the Jews, who have set it up for one single purpose, for one purpose and one purpose only, for their agenda of world domination. Okay, the United Nations was not set up to bring peace, because everywhere they go they bring war. It was not set up to improve the world, because everywhere they go they rape children, they cause so much suffering and pain. They do 180 degrees the exact opposite of everything they claim they're doing. We have a documentary on the website stopworldscontrol.com where you can hear a top official from the United Nations who worked at a high level for 18 years in the UN, and he exposes the UN as a platform for criminal oligarchs to accomplish world domination. Now, President Trump went in there, in the den of the dragon, and he just destroyed them. He just destroyed them. I encourage you to go and watch the entire speech of President Trump. They tried to sabotage him. They stopped the elevator just to mock him. They sabotaged his teleprompter. His speech could not even be heard by most of the world leaders in the auditorium. They just muted him. Can you believe that? But his speech went worldwide to hundreds of millions of people. Guys, Trump literally said the United Nations is completely redundant, it's completely idiotic, it does nothing good. I mean, imagine that. Imagine President Trump standing there and just kicking the chair from underneath the cabal, kicking it just plumb from underneath them, dumping them on their ass on the floor. It is unbelievable. And then he went after the two of the major strongholds of the cabal, which they are using to destroy the world and to submit the world to their tyranny. The first is climate change. President Trump just obliterated it. He gave such a powerful message to expose it as the hoax that it is, that will only destroy the nations if they go along with it. My God, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I could not believe it. It was phenomenal. And then he went on to attack the migration policies. You know, there is this agenda of, I have to say it, I know many people won't like it, but it is a Jewish agenda where they want to wipe out Christianity from Europe and replace it with Islam. If you look on the internet, you will find dozens of quotes from leading Jews, rabbis, you know, who openly and publicly say that it's better for them to have Islam in Europe than Christianity. They literally want to eradicate all the Christians and take over all of Europe and the whole world, for that matter, with Islam. Because, you know, I can go deep into that, but we see the devastation that it's causing already. You know, the nations are being destroyed. The unique identity of every nation is being eliminated because they create from every nation a grey, tasteless cocktail of as many cultures as they can possibly put in there, so that people would get a globalist feeling. People no longer need to feel Italian or Greek or Spanish or Dutch or whatever, or even American. They want you to feel like you're a world citizen. They want you to forget your nation, your culture, your background, your identity, your flavor. They want you to become a citizen of the world because they want a one world state, a one world government. Now, Trump went after it, and he told all the leaders of the world, guys, if you continue to do this, then your nation is going to hell. Then you're going to lose. Then your country is going down the drain. These are the two main strongholds of the cabal right now. And President Trump just smashed them with a hammer so big, there's nothing left of it. I'm so incredibly excited about it, and I hope that I can convey some of that passion, guys, to you, because we don't understand what's happening here. These elites, you know, these deep state, cabal, Illuminati, you know, entities, they need the United Nations. Trump just bashed it. They need the climate change hoax. Trump blew it to smithereens. They need the migration policies. I mean, everything. And Trump, every major agenda of the cabal is being destroyed by President Trump. Previously, he removed America from the World Health Organization, another major force of the cabal. Trump said, we are not going to sign your pandemic treaty, and we are not going to be a member anymore of the World Health Organization. He has exposed the fake news media, which was their number one apparatus to mind control and direct and manipulate the whole freaking world. Trump exposed the lies of the news media, effectively liberating the minds of billions of people around the world. And he single-handedly ignited a revolution worldwide where innumerable alternative free news media are just popping up everywhere. You know, the truth is breaking through in this world as never before. There is a destruction happening before our very eyes of every structure, every stronghold of the satanic elites. This is unprecedented, guys. You know, Charlie Kirk was murdered in order to silence him, and what happened? His voice became 1,000,000 times louder around the world. I'm getting emails from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from people that are saying that in their nation, millions and millions of people are for the first time hearing about Jesus and are listening to the messages of Charlie Kirk. And, you know, Israel is being exposed as never before. Tucker Carlson just says it, that it's the same people who killed Jesus Christ who are also behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk, with the very same motivation to silence him because he was exposing them. Guys, what is happening in our world is so beautiful, it's so powerful, it's so unprecedented. We are going to witness even greater things. These are just the first waves of deliverance and truth. We are going to be blown away so powerfully. Follow me here if you want to learn more.
And we talk about, even John Kennedy talked about a secret society. And he said he didn't believe that it should be anywhere in public square. It said, I'm going to tear down the CIA in 1,000 pieces. And the next thing you know, he had a couple bullet holes in his head from downtown Dallas. Well, I'm thrilled that this president, this administration right now is exposing the lives, they're turning the tide, they're flipping the script, and they're putting a microscope for the first time, illuminating the truth. What happened with JFK, they're also talking about what happened with Martin Luther King. And when you hear people say, oh, y'all are a bunch of conspiracy theorists, well, let me remind you, the conspiracy theorist is actually not a complaint, it is a compliment. So where that came from, it was the CIA in 1967 who coined the term, but it was thinking Americans way back in the 1960s who didn't know how John Kennedy was killed in '63.
Thank you guys, it's B-Rob. Thanks for tuning in to the Food for Thought Faithcast. Hope you tune in to the next one tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great evening.
Hey guys, it's B-Rob. We thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Food for Thought Faithcast. The Food for Thought Faithcast is brought to you by B-Rob for Christ Ministries. If you'd like us to pray for you, click the link below. If you'd like to donate, click the link below. We love you. God bless. And have a blessed day.